Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another amazing video. As you see by the title and as you see, I am currently standing in my bathroom, which means we are delivering some more bathroom organization for you. Over the past few weeks, I've had the opportunity of basically doing organization from my primary bathroom as well as my guest bathroom. But today we're back in my primary bathroom, kind of getting the drawers together. Now I do have multiple bathrooms in this home, as you know, but fortunately, there's only one bathroom that has a drawer, which is our bathroom. So that's what we are taking care of today. You guys are going to kind of go through with me and go through some pieces that I had to add to the drawer to make it more functional, make it more accessible to my daily necessities and my day-to-day needs, of course. And then at the end of today's video, we are going to answer some questions that you guys have been asking of me for the past, let's just say 3 weeks of me taking care of this bathroom as well as my lovely guest bathroom that we took care of last week. You guys are absolutely loving that video and I thank you so much. If you have not had the opportunity to check it out, by all means, go watch that, come back here or finish watching this and then you can go back to that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's take care of today's video and let's get this bathroom organization under wrap. Okay, so in our primary bathroom, we literally have one drawer. We have 3 cabinets and that is completely it when it comes to storage in this bathroom, which is why you guys have seen me pretty much maximize space by having a countertop organization as well as the floating shelves as you see displayed behind me. Now, considering that means 2 adults have to share one small drawer space, so maximizing that takes time, it takes being strategic, and it also takes being smart about it. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this one drawer that we have in this bathroom. Now, not too much on me because honestly, it's quite a bit of a mess. It is. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. It is very much of a mess. I have everything in here and I have everything in here that I should not also have in here. So the most important thing is to get all of this out, get all of this cleaned out. As we get it cleaned out, we're going to go through some of the things that I went ahead and purchased to go into this drawer. And then once we get there, we can talk about kind of like what I did, what was my process and my thinking process behind doing this drawer. Okay, so now that the drawer is cleaned out, we're going to go ahead and go through the things that I purchased for the drawer and what we're going to do to organize this space. So we have some things here that we're going to go through really quick that we got. Now, when it comes to organizing my drawer, I really like to use a method of either acrylic organizers or wood organizers. For this purpose of what I want to achieve for my drawer, I'm actually going to use both and I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to use both. Now, for starters, if you want to organize your drawer, the most important thing is you're going to want to make sure you measure the length of your drawer as well as the width of the drawer as well as the depth. The depth is just as important because you don't want to buy or purchase organizers that are going to be too deep for the drawer and it makes a whole chaotic mess going through your drawers and trying to get them together. One of the very first ones that I got, since I said I'm going to be using a method method of both acrylic and wood or bamboo organizers is just this plain, simple bamboo organizer for under $10. And she's very simple, very cute. She's going to achieve what we need her to achieve for it. I also went ahead and got the acrylic organizers as well. Now, what I like about these, and we'll talk about them, is that they actually stack. And if your drawer has the depth, you can stack your acrylic organizers as needed. But I absolutely love this. This came in actually a pack of 3, so I didn't have to worry about buying too many things separate. So I got 2 of these. And I have another bamboo organizer. Now this one is slightly different from the other one. This one has like a jewelry tray on the inside of it. So as an insert, you can take it in or out, keep it in if you love to remove your jewelry and small trinkets that you wear every single day and keep them away from everything else. You have that option, but we're gonna see how we can add it into the space and make it very, very, very aesthetically pleasing and very, very, very functional. Okay, so let's take a look to achieve basically how I got these measurements in the very simplest way. I went ahead and measured the width of it, and this gave me just about 19.5 inches for the width. And then for the length, I did the exact same thing, and it gave me just right at 19 inches for the length of it. And then lastly, we went ahead and we took the depth of the drawer, which gave us, and keep in mind, you have to take account for closing the drawer. So don't go past the drawer lip. And so it gave us just over 4 inches, and that just lets me know to not go over 4 inches when it comes to maximizing this drawer. So now that we got the measurements of the drawer, I could go shopping. You can go shopping. Once you have the measurement, make sure you keep them in your phone. Now the most important thing is when I purchase these, and when you always purchase organizers, you are checking the dimensions when you are purchasing and basically how you want your drawer to be laid out. I knew for a fact I wanted to be able to have these on display in the front, so I took into account when it comes to the width of these two, they were 6 inches each, so that gave us 12 inches. The drawer is about 19 inches, so give or take, it gives us just about 7 inches to play with behind it. Now if I wanted to do it this way, obviously I would take into account what the measurements for them are, and then we would go for there. The length of them are 9 and 9, so that would be 18 inches. So if I was putting them directly into the drawer like this, honestly it would fill the whole entire drawer, but we're actually going to stack them so they can look like this. So we're only going to take up about 12 inches this way. And then kind of the same thing with these acrylic ones. They also have the dimensions on the box, so you do not get confused. This, even though this is a pack of 3, it tells you the smallest one is 4x4, the middle one is about 8x4, and then the longest one is a 12x4. So let's get this into the drawer so you guys can see how I'm going to display this inside. So after configuring it to my liking, taking some out, putting some back in, playing around with it, I pretty much got it exactly how I want to have it in here. It looks so good and it looks so clean. I want to really quick talk about why I did a mixture of both acrylic and bamboo, and why I left a little bit of space just for some additional items. So let's talk about that really quick. Okay, so when it comes to this drawer, I decided to do a mixture of acrylic and a mixture of the bamboo organizers. Here's why. Certain items I do not want in the bamboo organizers. These look incredibly well. I think they are so pretty. I think they elevate the drawer just a little bit more than the acrylic ones, and they're also less noisy. But if you're someone like me who sometimes keep your wet items to include your toothbrush inside of your drawer, having the bamboo organizers, knowing that the toothbrush is wet, is going to have them looking like this. And over time, I don't know if it's just a matter of buildup, if it's mold, mildew, or anything like that gets inside, and then you don't want that transferring over into your personal items, especially items that go into your mouth. So that's why I decided to go ahead and go with the acrylic one. So for my toothbrush, I will put anything that's wet will go inside of the acrylic one, because honestly, I can just take it off, wash it, dry it, and it's perfectly fine. And then everything else will go inside of the bamboo ones. I think it looks really good, even mixing and matching. One thing I would recommend for you guys, if you are doing your drawer, whether you are a homeowner, whether you are a renter, is to line your drawer with some type of liner. I don't care if it's a peel and stick. I don't care if it's a felt type liner. I think the most important thing is to line the drawer to, one, not only protect it, but just to give a better overall look to the drawer, but most importantly to protect it, because down the line, water gets places water shouldn't get, but it's a bathroom, so it is more than likely that water will get into your drawer and get damp, and you will have that water stain. So that's something you want to protect, whether it's yours or not, down the line. And yeah, so the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and get this drawer organized, and we will go ahead and go into some other things together and talk about some organized spaces in here. Okay, so as you see, I went ahead and added my husband's stuff. Isn't it funny how man does not need as much as we need? Like, oh, to be so simple when it comes to having things. It's just a few more things that I need to add into here, and I think we will be done. But from the before to the now, this looks so much better. Like, this is literally like a drastic change coming into this bathroom and this drawer, and this is just giving me so much peace. Put a new head on my toothbrush, and then mine is going to go over here on this side. I have to put the cover onto my toothbrush, and then that one is good to go. And I just love how things turned out with this drawer. This little jewelry thing is so cute. You honestly can take it out if you want more space. If you don't, I do know there are plenty of people who like to take their jewelry off at night. So even like some everyday rings, not typically my wedding ring, most rings that you have honestly can just go right in here. So if this is just like pieces that I just want to put on every day, it's literally here and we're good to go. I love the look of this. This does not look cluttered anymore. It actually looks incredibly organized. It looks very strategic. So let me keep playing around it with things. And I love how this one can literally stay on top and float up and down. And I can put something in it that I need. And yeah. The drawer looks like I have so much more space than I did before, and I absolutely love it. Just a little bit of tweaking when it comes to organizing your drawers just makes it so much sense. This is literally a weekend in the house job that you can do that doesn't take much. It is very low effort, and considering that I paid $8, under $10 for the organizers, this is literally, I mean literally the most inexpensive project, but very much effective when it comes to organizing your space. I love it. I love how things turned out. I honestly have more space than I did before just by throwing things into the drawer, and I love it. From my everyday necessities that I need, even if I'm just in the house, I have the basic needs literally at my hand's reach. And then to be a man, to be a husband, and to have very minimal things when it comes to your bathroom. But to know that we have one drawer, and to know that we effectively created a way and strategic way to put our things in here that we are both able to use, I love it so much. I absolutely have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So now that we have gone through and organized this drawer, I think once again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it looks so good. The space is maximized. If you have any questions regarding this particular drawer, by all means, just let me know. But just maximizing the space, it just makes so much sense. This is a weekend project that you can do. I am challenging you to use your time wisely on the weekend and say, you know what? These videos are in rotation, and for under $20, you can create something like this and it becomes your norm. It becomes functional. I don't want us to get into the habit of saying, I can't have that, or I can't live like that, or have that particular lifestyle, because we absolutely can. It's just creating a way of life, so that is our new way of life, and that is just it. So let's talk about a few things in this bathroom that I have gotten questions on. First thing first is these floating shelves. These floating shelves behind me, they were honestly a brand partnership with Temu, but I have seen the same vendor, same brand on Amazon. So if you're looking for something that's going to come in much quicker than Temu, and the price was pretty much the same, it was pretty neck and neck with price. Honestly, I would go with whatever option that is best for you. But I added these floating shelves because we have that one drawer, and I wanted to be able to maximize that. Now, when it came to our countertop, I love this marble tray that was picked up. This marble tray is still available, so I will go ahead and link that as well. It was purchased from Target about 2.5 years ago, and I think she's incredibly gorgeous, so I just keep that here. That's just for pretty purposes. Whatever I have that's pretty, it stays there. And then lastly, what you guys have seen me pretty much gotten recently was this acrylic box where I keep my facial towels in. I absolutely love this. Honestly, it's time for me to go ahead and restock, go to my backfill, add some more in here, and this just looks incredibly good. I went for something that was acrylic because honestly, if I went for something that was bamboo, I feel like it was going to make the space feel smaller, and also I already feel like there's enough here, and to reduce having to constantly go to the bottom cabinets, we're trying to maximize space, and I felt like going with something was clear was literally the best option available to me. This acrylic box was purchased from Amazon. The facial towels are from Clean Towels. They do also sell their own boxes for their towels, but honestly, I just felt like the price on Amazon was significantly cheaper, and the box got here before the towels even got here, so there's that. Now, really quick, partial and a part of my cabinet is organized, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that organization and how you guys actually love that as well, and what I did to achieve it. When it comes to this cabinet underneath, it's kind of like I just have some clear drawer organizers, and I went ahead and put some labels on them. The labels were incredibly inexpensive on Amazon. I think it was literally like a pack of 100 labels. That is for every room across your house. And then I went ahead and just kept everything separate when it came to it. Obviously, if you're going to do something like this, you're going to want to make sure you are decluttering. If you have not touched it or used it in 6 months, discard it. Let it go. It's no need of holding on to it. It just doesn't make sense. It's just let it go. No need, okay? Just let it go. And other than that, I want to get some more into organizing this space. Maybe something that allow me to do pull-outs. If you guys remember, I did into my kitchen. Maybe something like that to go in here to kind of maximize that effort. I think will look so good, and honestly just makes me feel a little bit better, instead of constantly when I have to open the door, I have to kind of rummage through what I am exactly looking at. Let's go towards this shower area, and then we are completely done in here, and we can move on over into the guest bathroom. Now, just before stepping into the shower, I do honestly have floating shelves here. Now, these floating shelves just maximize space. Again, there's no linen closet in here. The linen closet is in the guest bathroom. So being able to have towels at hand's reach is so important to me. There is nothing like getting ready to get in the shower and you forgot to grab a towel, but look no further. I have you covered. You are saved. I have towels here. So I keep the towels, the hand towels, and washcloths, if that's what we need for the moment, on to these floating shelves. These floating shelves are incredibly inexpensive. You can buy a pack of 2, or you can buy them separate, or you can make them if you desire. This is great. Homeowner friendly, renter friendly, staging friendly. This is really nice to have into a space that is going to make sense and also add additional storage. Now, what I will say is, if this was my space, if I was a homeowner, I would probably went ahead and add a cabinet, something that went up to the ceiling, something that gave me a little bit of height, that's going to elevate my eyes more, and also be a little bit more functional, because now I have multiple shelving in the inside and I can store things additionally that I do not necessarily want to see, especially like this tissue holder, because this toilet tissue, because why is it sitting up here? Okay, so there is that. But I love being able to have this. This is another part of organization that you don't think about on the front or the back end. Something for under $20, you can add a shelf and it instantly changes the space. It instantly boosts what the overall effect looks like without trying too much. Long gone are the days where we do the over the toilet stand. If you still have it, fine, okay? But I would love for you to upgrade into something additional, because we know they can get unreliable, they can get shaky and wobbly, fall, just get a little disgusting around the legs and the feet of them. If you know, you know. I've been there, okay? I've been there, okay? So those things can happen, but taking things off of the floor, elevating it up on the wall, eliminates all of that worry, eliminates all of that frustration. Now, to the shower we go. Welcome to the most talked about space in our home, which is this shower. Okay, we're going to get into the shower. We're going to talk about it. I'm actually going to pull this way, so that way you guys can pretty much see my shower and how I pretty much have it laid out. Now this, I'm going to go ahead and step in the inside. It's my shower. It's clean. Now, as of recent, I did this shower and it was talked about from head to toe, which I absolutely love it. And people asking questions about this shower. One of the most asked questions that I got was, did they all come as a set? And absolutely, this was a complete set of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got all of them. No, you don't have to necessarily use them all, but you can. The weight restriction is 40 pounds, but I don't think nobody is putting anything of 40 pounds on top of these. I also wouldn't test it either, considering that the little holsters on here are plastic. So I would not test that out. Now, I will preface this by saying what I said before in my video. Yes, this is a lot of shower soap. A lot of this was gifted as such. So, of course, I wouldn't have all of this in here at the same time. But for the most part, this is what I have in the shower. Now, another top question that I had about this setup was, does the shower head, does the water hit this? And the answer is no, and I'm going to show you exactly. No, it does not hit it. So I'm going to step out of the shower, cut the shower water on. It may get a little bit loud, and as you see, this is with it being incredibly close, and the shower head does not hit it. Now, I don't know if you're standing that close in the shower or not, but the water does not hit it. Now, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to insert an overlay so that way you can see me inside of the shower, so that way you can see that no matter how close I am to this wall with the water falling on me, I don't have to worry about the water hitting any of this, whether I'm trying to reach and gravitate towards it. Okay, so really quick, I am standing in the side of the shower. If it's really really loud, that's because the fan is on, and the fan is on with the light. So I want to make sure that you guys get an accurate depiction of it. Now I'm in my bathing suit for you guys, so you actually can see what it's like for when I'm inside of the shower. So I'm inside of the shower. I'm going to go ahead and cut the water on so you can see exactly how it actually looks when the water is actually coming out of the shower head. And you can see how close I am right now, and I'll back up a little bit as well so that way you can see. And the shower head obviously is right there, so you actually see that this is not a drill, this is real. So let's cut the water on so that way you can see once the water come on. Now the shower water right now is at its lowest setting. I can put my hand here, you see that there's no water running down my arm, obstructed. I can grab whatever I need to grab here, nothing is hitting me. I am literally this close to the shower wall. I can't even extend my arm all the way out. So if you take a shower this close, then even at its lowest, it wouldn't hit it. Now even if we go back a little bit inside of the shower, it's definitely not going to hit it for sure. You have a full range access to everything in the shower, and you don't have to worry about anything getting wet or anything like that. Now obviously if you have everything on the back wall, you don't have to worry about it at all. But I am completely immersed inside of the shower, okay? Inside of the shower, and my hand is extended all the way out. I can't even touch the wall, as you see, and nothing, no water, no nothing is hitting any of this. So if you are questioning whether this actually works when it comes to taking a shower, if any of this is going to get wet, absolutely not. It's not going to get wet. I'm obviously wet now because of the shower, but that's okay. Now let's get out and let's finish on what we're doing. Now on the opposite end of the shower, I do have these soap dispensers. This actually come in a package of 3. They can be adhered to the wall by adhesive, or they can be nailed into it. Now considering the fact that we're renting the space, we did it with adhesive and it's good to go. In addition, yes, I was asked multiple times, does the labels come with it? Yes, the labels come with it. And you don't have to worry about it. If you want your labels to look obviously completely different, you can use new labels. All 3 of them work. I believe I showed on the video using one, but they all entirely work. So you don't have to worry about when you're getting into the shower or whether it worked. So let's talk about the last thing in here, and then we will go into the other bathroom. Lastly, another thing that was completely asked were about the shower curtains. Now, the shower curtains that are on here, they're just regular heavy duty curtains that you would use anywhere in your home. They are heavy duty curtains. I would obviously go towards something that is stain resistant, something that is more waterproof, those type of curtains, especially if you're having them inside of the bathroom. Now, the liner on the inside of the curtain is obviously a shower liner. It's just a regular standard shower liner. But here's the kicker, and here's the most important thing. People asked when it came to this, what determined the height that I wanted for these curtains as well as the liners. I wanted something that was going to elongate the room, make the room feel much bigger, grander, and taller. So I knew for that, I had to take things all the way up to the ceiling to get that effect. And in order to get that effect, I went with a 93-inch curtain, and I also went with a 94-inch shower liner to give me that effect. So I don't have to worry about them dragging the floor. But as you see, it goes all the way up to the ceiling. It makes that the bathroom feel much more taller, much more grander. It just feels very much different when you're in a space, and I absolutely love it. So with that being said, this is my bathroom. I love everything about it. I love how everything turned out. If you have any questions, by all means, let me know. We can discuss it in the description box. If you need any link, by all means, tell me. Now let's go into the guest bathroom. Okay, so we're back into the space that we were just in last week, and I tell you what, everybody is loving it. The kids are loving the space. Everything is turned out so perfect and easily accessible. Now let's talk about some things that you guys have asked me a million times since that video, and I want to make sure we take care of that today. Now let's go into this linen closet and answer some questions you guys had for me. Now the most important thing we want to talk about here is everything is laid out to perfection, and we love that. These lights that we added into the closet. They just look so good. They are battery powered, so you don't have to worry about charging them. You can just put batteries in them. And they also come with a remote, as we have put it on to the doors. Once we open the closet, we can just open it up and grab the remote as needed and cut the lights on and off as needed. You can also set it on a timer, which I talked about, from 10 minutes to 30 minutes to a 60-minute timer, just to give you what you need. And you also can turn the brightness up and down on them as needed when it comes to this closet. Now, one thing I will talk about with these lights, because I just have to be completely honest with you, the adhesive is not adhering like I would love for them to adhere. We have lights, puck lights inside of our pantry downstairs, and I have absolutely no problems with them, but these have a fail. So I think what we're going to do down the line is go ahead and screw them into the bottom of this, since the screw for is very tiny, so we won't have to worry about the hole being so large, so that way we can continue to have our lighting in this closet. If you want me to save that project for you guys, let me know in the comment section and I can do it on camera for you guys. But in the meantime, in between time, everything still looks good. Now, as you come in to this closet, I just want to talk about a few things before I let you guys go. If you look at the very top of the closet, we have our linen for bedding at the top. And one of the most asked questions were these durable? The bands durable? And they are incredibly durable. They are very high quality for something that cost $1. What I'm going to do this time, because I failed to do it last time, was to go ahead and link some different options. So I'm going to go ahead and link some different band options when it comes to these, so that way you can go ahead and check them out. But these have been a lifesaver as well as a game changer, and it just looks so good in here. And lastly, let's talk about the baskets that I have in here. The baskets came from Target. They were $5 each for the baskets. The two bottom ones are completely closed, and the top one has an opening in the front. These were incredibly inexpensive once again, and they honestly did the job, did the trick. They were not hard to find. They were pretty much in the dollar section. Again, I will link them because I did have the opportunity to link them in the last video, but I will go ahead and link them again. Having your space perfectly laid out sometimes just makes sense. It may not seem like it's doable in the beginning, but it's always doable, and it's always going to bring your place and your pieces together. We are in a phase where we're organizing each and every space, and I want to bring you along with that process as you're seeing. And in that process, I want to be able to make sure I am answering some questions that you guys are asking, and not waiting 3, 4, 6 months down the line before I get to those questions. I want to make sure I do a better job of assisting you and helping you when you're asking me. Well, guys, that is it. That is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video with not only me organizing this drawer, but kind of going through and showing you guys the details of what it took to create this space and maximize functionality. Maximizing functionality does not necessarily always comes with a huge price tag. As you saw, my organizers were under $10, and even when it came to the shower, all of those things were under $20. Under $20. So you can take your weekend and you can do some organizing around your home and create a lovely space. Create a space worthwhile coming home to. Create function. But what I need for you to do is to make sure in the comments you are writing what more do you want to see from me, especially when it comes to organizing the home, because I want to be of a service to you. As you guys help me, I help you, and we just keep this train in this circle going, okay? But that's it. That is all. Until next time, until next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.